to start a new business over the next 12 months? If so, this might be the best business to build today. So one reason is that people have been buying these kind of products for thousands of years, and they're gonna keep buying these kind of products for thousands of more years. The products we're talking about is all the stuff you see around you right now, in your house, in your office, in your car, anywhere you can imagine, all the physical goods, that's what you're gonna be able to sell very soon after watching these next few videos. Second reason is that the startup costs for this kind of business are very inexpensive. Some businesses may cost hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get off the ground. With this kind of business, in a matter of months and for as little as $5,000, you can launch this business to give it a try. And that $5,000, that may or may not seem like a lot of money to you, but it's really not that big of a risk because most of that money is going into launching your new product. So you're buying inventory for a product that you can hopefully sell at a profit. So it's an initial outlay of money for an investment that hopefully produces profit into the future. So it's not money that's gone forever. And the third reason this business is so good is because the upside potential is huge. I've recently taken this exact same model you're about to discover and grown a business with a business partner. In January of 2019, we did $17,000 that month. Today, we do almost $3 million a month following this exact same model. So we're gonna show you this entire model from scratch. What is this business we're talking about though? We call it an omni-channel e-commerce business. Because when I first started in e-commerce, I started selling other people's products on my own website. But then I quickly found out it's a lot better to own the brand. So that was kind of big innovation number one, is you've got to own the brand. You have more control and higher margins. Number two was I realized at the time I was just getting beat all day long by Amazon and Google search rankings, which was my main way of getting traffic back then. And so I discovered how to sell on Amazon in around 2010. And then in 2012, we started teaching people that model. And for the next 8 years or so, we taught people how to build e-commerce businesses focused entirely on Amazon, which was great at the time because Amazon's still a great place to sell. 80% of my sales are on my own website using Shopify as the platform, but 20% are still on Amazon, and that channel is growing for us. In an ideal world, you build a brand and a business that has products that can be sold anywhere on every channel possible. Because if you're only selling on Amazon, they do about $500 billion a year in sales, which is amazing. That's a ton of sales and has served us very well up until this point. But if you look at the numbers, that's less than 2% of total sales in the entire world. So if you're only selling on Amazon, you're missing out on 98% of your potential sales. That's why we're so excited to teach this new way of doing e-commerce to you. So we've broken this into really 3 parts and 3 videos. Today, you're gonna learn how to find the right kind of product to sell that could be sold anywhere, on your own website, on Amazon, and later, potentially even in physical retail stores. Then in the second video, we're gonna show you how to launch your product and start producing sales as quickly and as efficiently as possible with one single page. Then in the third and final video, we're gonna show you the full blueprint to build this business from scratch. So this first video and the most important step in this entire business is choosing the right product to sell. And so I'm super excited to introduce you to somebody who's gonna teach you this entire part of this business right here today. His name is Mike McClary. He actually started off as a student of ours many years ago and quickly built a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business. Then he started just helping out in our community because he loved helping other entrepreneurs. And we ended up partnering with him. He became a leader in our community, eventually became chief product officer at our company, and today he runs the entire thing. Mike is now the CEO of Amazing.com, and he's about to teach you how to find the right kind of product to sell to build an omni-channel e-commerce business. Take it away, Mike.
Thanks, Matt. Back when you and I got started selling on Amazon, we didn't have any tools to help us figure out which products to sell, nor any guidelines to follow as well. It was trial and error at first until we found a formula that worked for selling on Amazon. And based upon our results and our students' results, that formula worked great. Since then, we've continually updated our criteria for finding products to sell each and every year to make sure we could always find the best products to sell on Amazon. Now, with us removing the constraints of just selling on Amazon, we've been able to completely re-engineer the product selection process to find more products than ever. Let me hop on over to my laptop and actually show you how to find the best products. In order to find the perfect omnichannel product, there are 3 criteria that we look for: plenty of demand, good profit margins, and the ability to differentiate. So where do you start? Well, even though we'll be selling on multiple platforms, one of the best places to still search for products is Amazon. It's still one of the largest marketplaces in the world, and practically any product being sold can be found there. To help in this search, we're going to use a software tool called Zoof. It comes with a 14-day free trial, so you can use it right now and for the next 2 weeks for free. Just head on over to amazing.com/Zoof to sign up using any one of the plans that they have. You do have to enter a credit card to verify your identity and create your account, but you can cancel it after 13 days and never pay a dime. So once you've got your free trial of Zoof set up, hop on into Amazon and let me show you how to find the perfect product that meets the first criteria: plenty of demand. Now, when searching for the best product opportunities, there are 3 tools that you'll be using in order to make this process as fast and easy as possible. And the first tool is Amazon.com. So if you already live in the United States and have an Amazon account, you're ready to go. There's nothing else you need to do. But if you don't live in the US or don't have an Amazon account, then all you need to do is set up an Amazon.com US-based delivery address. And it's super simple. You don't have to create an account. Simply go to Amazon, click on this little deliver to button here, and you'll see we already have the amazing.com address in here. You probably won't. And if you don't, all you need to do is enter any US-based zip code. If you don't know one, simply choose 60601, that is Chicago, click on apply, and then Amazon is now ready for us to go. Now, in addition to Amazon, we're also going to be using the Zoof seller software tool that I mentioned before. Zoof gives us tons of information about the best-selling products on Amazon and is going to make this process super fast. Now, when you go to Zoof, there are 3 different plans you can choose from. If you're not selling on Amazon or anywhere right now, feel free to choose the Essentials plan. That'll give you everything that you need. And you can also choose between annual or monthly. But if you're not planning on keeping Zoof around much longer, just go for the monthly plan. Just know that you can get serious savings if you pay for a year in advance. But no matter what plan you choose, you will get a completely free 14-day trial. So as long as you cancel in the next 13 days, you won't ever have to pay a dime and you'll still be able to use the Zoof tool to find the best products. So sign up for whichever plan that you want. And when you do that, it's going to bring you to the Zoof welcome screen. Now from here, we need to click on the Let's Go button. And then you can click on the Add to Chrome button because we need to install the Zoof Chrome extension that we now have access to. When you click on that, it's going to take you to the Zoof Chrome extension inside the Chrome web store. And you'll notice that I have a button that says remove from Chrome because I already have the Chrome extension installed. Yours will say add to Chrome. So simply click on that button, then accept the permissions that it needs in order to do what it needs to do. And then you will have the Chrome extension installed. After that, we still need to make sure that the Chrome extension shows up on your Chrome bar up here because by default it's installed, but it's not showing up and easy to use. So click on the extensions button you see up here, scroll down till you see Zoof, there it is, and then click on the pin, and then that will make the Zoof Chrome extension show up so it's really easy and fast for us to use when we're looking for product opportunities. Now, the third and final tool that we'll be using is something called ChatGPT. It's an AI tool or an artificial intelligence tool that you can ask all different kinds of things to, and it's incredible how much information it will give you back. And this is a mind-blowing experience to see how well these tools can help you find product opportunities. Now, ChatGPT is completely free, and so you can go there and create a free account by going to chat.openai.com, but it's not the only AI tool in town. Google also has their own version called bard.google.com that is completely free as well. And both of them work very well. Now, Bing also has their own AI tool as well, but since you have to use the Microsoft Edge browser, I prefer one of these two, either ChatGPT or Google Bard. Now, for the sake of this training, I'll be using ChatGPT just because that's what I'm most familiar with. And when you see what these tools can do, you're going to be blown away. Now, the first thing we'll be using ChatGPT for is to generate product ideas. And one way to do that is to tell or ask ChatGPT to give you product ideas based upon what you're interested in. So you can type something like this. I want to build my own brand of products that I can sell on Amazon.com. I'd like them to be products that I would be interested in myself based upon my own hobbies and interests. I enjoy camping, hiking, fishing, bike riding, gourmet cooking, and I also have friends who have babies. Can you suggest for me 10 potential products to sell that would be of interest to me as well? And when listing out those products, also list the best search term that a customer would use when searching for that product on Amazon. ChatGPT is just like talking to a really, really smart person. So that's how you type things in. Tell it some background information, ask it a question, and then when you hit enter, you're going to be blown away by the results. As you can see, ChatGPT did exactly what we asked for. It took our interests and gave us 10 different product ideas. And it also gave us what it believed to be the best search term when looking for that product on Amazon. Now, we still don't know if these products meet our criteria. We just know that these are products that we could potentially sell and that would be of interest to us. So if you're completely stuck on what type of products to sell, ChatGPT can be a great tool to give you product ideas. I could have asked it to give me 20, 30, 50, or 100. It would do pretty much whatever we asked. Now, the next step then is to take these 10 product ideas, choose those that are of interest to you. So if there are a few that you aren't interested in, you can throw them out. But we're going to take these and we're going to go over to Amazon and look and see if these products have plenty of demand. Now, I'm going to use the first two product suggestions, the sling backpack and baby earmuffs, as examples to show you exactly how to verify and validate if these products meet our criteria. So the first one is an outdoor sling backpack. That's what ChatGPT is suggesting we search for it. So let's go over to Amazon. I'm going to paste that over here. I'm going to hit return. All right, and then it quickly does a search for a whole bunch of sling backpacks. And the next step is to use the power of the Zoof Chrome extension to validate if this product has plenty of demand. So whenever you do a search on Amazon, you can then use the Zoof Chrome extension. I'm going to click on that, and we're going to open the Opportunity Analyzer. And from here, Zoof's going to go to work in the background, calculating all types of sales information for all the products on this page. Now, the one thing that you want to do that I've already done is make sure that you're always sorting the results by monthly revenue in descending order, because I want to see the best selling products showing up at the very top inside the extension. Now, there's lots of great information inside this Zoof Chrome extension. I'll quickly show what they are. This is going to show you the number of where it showed up in the search results. This product was number 4. This is 37. Then it's going to show you an image of the product, the ASIN, which is Amazon's unique identifier. It's going to give you the product title. And then when you hover over that, it's also going to give you some other information about the product, such as the title, ASIN, picture, price, and reviews, all in one little snapshot. Then as you scroll over, it's going to give you the brand, the price, the BSR, or it's called Amazon's best seller rank, the monthly sales that it estimates that it does every month, the daily sales, then also the monthly revenue that Zoof estimates this product does every single month, the reviews, and there's lots of other information as well. What we're going to be looking at, though, primarily is the monthly revenue. And here's how we apply the very first rule or criteria to see if a product has plenty of demand. If I can find at least 2 different products that generate at least $100,000 a month in revenue, then this product, such as an outdoor sling backpack, has plenty of demand. Now remember, we're not looking at one individual product. We're assessing all of the outdoor sling backpacks that we did a search for. And that way Zoof can give us all that revenue data and verify, are there truly 2 sellers or 2 products at least generating $100,000 in monthly revenue. And because I have this sorted by monthly revenue, we can see that there are lots of them. This is $750,000, $216,000, $211,000, $188,000. These are all monthly revenue numbers, and we have far more than just 2. We have lots of them. If I scroll down there, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are generating over $100,000 a month. So this product meets the criteria of having plenty of demand. Now, we still have other things to look for, but that's the first test we'll be looking for. Now, let's also go take a look at the baby earmuffs. Now, ChatGPT suggested we use baby earmuffs for noise protection when searching for them. I'm going to copy that, and then let's put that into the search. Let's hit enter. We're going to let Amazon pull up the results, and then going to pull up the Zoof Chrome extension again. Going to click the open button, let the Zoof extension do its thing. And then once this little circle's done spinning, you know that it's done. And let's look and see, are there at least 2 different baby earmuffs generating $100,000 or more a month? And again, you can see, yes, there are plenty. The first one does almost $900,000 a month. Next one, $292,000, $278,000, $205,000, and so forth. We have already 6, 7, 8, many more than just 2 are generating over $100,000 a month. So again, this product meets the criteria and has plenty of demand. So we'd add both this product, the baby earmuffs, as well as the sling backpack to a list of products that meet our criteria, and then move on to the next test. Now, in addition to having plenty of demand, you also need to make sure that you have a product that can generate a good profit margin. Let me show you how you can do that. Now, in order to tell the true profit potential for a product, we have to go out and do a bunch of work. You got to get estimates and quotes from suppliers, you have to get shipping quotes, and then you have to do calculations on exactly all the different fees for selling a product. That's the true way to know what the actual profit is. However, we're right now just quickly going through lots of different products, and we don't have time to do all that. But we want to quickly get a good estimate and a very likely idea of whether or not this product has good profit potential. And because we've been doing this for a long time, we've developed our own rule that'll give us with very high likelihood of whether or not this product has high profit potential. And that rule is, if you're able to find at least one seller out of these results that's successfully selling a similar product for 1.5 times all the others are selling it for, that product has good profit potential. And we know that because we're going to teach you how to differentiate that product in order to make sure that it stands out from the competition. And if you're able to do that, then you don't have to worry about selling it for the lowest price possible and then racing to the bottom, as people call it, when trying to just beat everyone on price. We want you to create a truly great product that you can demand a higher price for. And if we're able to see at least one other seller that's already done that, then that means it's highly likely that you can as well. So, luckily for the baby earmuffs and the Zoof software tool, we can see what the average price is for all the earmuffs selling on this first page results. And that's $19.41. And so if I were to quickly do some math, that means that 1.5 times would be somewhere around $29 to $30. And so what I want to do is look and see, is there at least one other seller selling for around $29 or higher that is also making a good amount of sales? And by a good amount of sales, to me, it's $10,000 or more a month. So I'm going to use these filters over in Zoof, and I'm going to look for a product that's doing at least $10,000 a month. And then I'm going to set a minimum price of $29. And do I see just one seller or at least one? Actually, I see quite a bit. As a matter of fact, this top seller who does $900,000 a month in sales is selling for around $30. And if I were to remove these filters one more time, while everyone else is selling and trying to race to the bottom on price, and the average price is $19.41, this seller has found a way to have a high quality product and sell for over 1.5 times that all the other sellers are selling for. And as you scroll down, we see several others that are doing that as well. This seller down here is also selling for $29.99. There's another one down here selling for $29.99. So already I can tell that there are several sellers, not just one, but several sellers that are able to successfully sell this product for 1.5 times the average price that everyone else is selling it for. Meaning that the baby earmuffs meet the second criteria that has good profit potential. Now let's quickly look at the sling backpack as well. So when I pull up the results again under the outdoor sling backpack, I can see that the average price is $27.29. When I do 1.5 times that, we get about $41, would be 1.5 times the average price. So if I'm going to put in the minimum price of $41, filter on those, and I could put in the minimum revenue of $10,000 if I wanted to, but I can already see several other sellers. You can see here that there are 5 other sellers who are selling for well over that price of $27.29 and generating significant monthly revenue. This top seller here, selling for almost $42, is generating $76,000 a month in revenue, which equates to just about $1 million a year in sales. So by our second rule and second criteria, the sling backpack as well has good profit potential, meaning that this meets our second test for a good product opportunity. So I would add both of these products to our list, mark them off as having met both of the 2 product criterias, and then move on to the next test. The last thing to look for is, can you differentiate this product from the competition? While that can mean making a physical change to the product itself, it doesn't have to be that. There are lots of ways to differentiate your product that require no changes at all to it. One way is to focus on a particular group of people, such as men, women, kids, athletes, or people who have certain hobbies. Avian Watches is one example. It's designed by and for military aviators, but their actual customer audience is probably much bigger, as there are a lot of people who'd love to have a real cool military watch. There's also Elevated Craft, who design cocktail shakers for those who are really into making high-end drinks. Now, those are just a few examples of the thousands of groups that you could focus your marketing on. Another way, though, to differentiate your product would be to just focus on the packaging to make it stand out. Think of how Apple has created some of the simplest but high-end packaging of any products that their customers absolutely love. Or think about Boxed Water, whose main way of differentiating a product that covers 2/3 of the earth is by putting it into a box. Another way to differentiate a product is what we call the EST method. That simply means to take a product and make it the biggest, the smallest, the lightest, the strongest, the thinnest, or pretty much anything that ends in EST can work. Take a look at the P50 car. That's the smallest in the world. Is it practical? No. Is it unique? Absolutely. And does it sell well? You bet. Now, you could also create a brand focusing on the environment. Patagonia, a $3 billion company, creates high-quality products, but sells them by selling their company's efforts to save the environment. And Combat Wipes, which are pretty much the same as ordinary baby wipes, are made to be environmentally safe. And they also are sold by veterans as well. And finally, you could create a brand that has its own unique appeal, completely separate from the product itself. Tom's Shoes is a brand that focuses on doing good for those who need help, such as giving away a free pair of shoes for everyone that they sell, or helping to fund mental health resources around the world. And I Love Cares is a brand created by two of our very own students who travel across the world offering free eye care to those who can't afford it. Each of these are examples of ways to differentiate your products from their competition that don't require any changes to the product itself. So while you could create a product that has a feature that no or few other products have, that's definitely not necessary for your first product. Once you've found a few good product opportunities, the next step is to find a supplier who can make that product for you. Fortunately, it's much easier than you think, and you don't even have to leave your home to do it. Let me show you two of the best places to find suppliers. Now, in order to find suppliers who will manufacture your products for you, you only need two different websites, Alibaba.com and Google.com. And for the vast majority of products that you're looking for, you will go to Alibaba, which is simply a database of manufacturers looking for people like you and I who want to have their own brands of products manufactured. On Google, we go there only for products that go either in your body or on your body. So think vitamins and supplements that you might take, or creams and lotions that you might put on your skin. That's where we go to Google and do searches there. But for everything else, we can find them on Alibaba.com. Now, you don't need a membership to search for products, but if you do want one, it's completely free. And when you do want to reach out and contact suppliers, then you will need to sign up for a free membership, which is simple to do. But we can actually search for products even before signing up and communicating with any of the suppliers. So let me show you how to do that. All you need to do is to go to the search bar on Alibaba and then type in the type of product that you're looking for. In this case, I'm looking for the Sling Backpack, and hit enter. And when I do that, Alibaba is going to go through its entire database of suppliers and products and show me all of the Sling Backpacks that they have. Now, before I start scrolling down and looking at all the Sling Backpacks, I want to take advantage of two of the filters that Alibaba makes available to us. The first is the Trade Assurance filter. When I select that, it's only going to show me suppliers that participate in Alibaba's Trade Assurance program. And what that program does is that protects you to make sure that the suppliers have done what they're supposed to. So if you place an order from a supplier participating in that program, you actually pay Alibaba and they hold on to the money until you confirm with them that the products are complete and the supplier completed them the way that they were supposed to. Now, in addition to that, I also like filtering on only verified suppliers, which means that Alibaba has done some background research to make sure that the suppliers they're showing you have been verified as legitimate businesses. Now, once I've filtered on those two, I can scroll down and start looking for the Sling Backpacks that I want to have made. So right away, you can see that there's a Sling Backpack right here, and the price is anywhere between $6.99 and $8.99. And keep in mind, the reason you're going to see a range of prices is because the price is going to be cheaper the more that you order. So if I order only 1 or 10 or 50, I'm going to pay more than if I were to order 100 or 500 or 1,000. So I'm going to go down and look for a couple good potential products. This sling backpack looks pretty nice. This is another sling backpack right there. This one's more of a bag, not a backpack, so I might ignore that one. Here's a nice waterproof sling backpack right there. Lots and lots of sling backpacks. Now, what you want to do is look for those that look as close as possible to the type of product that you're looking for, and then reach out to the suppliers to verify the pricing and also the minimum order quantity. Now, what I like to do as well is make sure that the price that I'm seeing on Alibaba is around where I need it to be. And in general, you want to look for a product that is about 1/3 of what the average price is on Amazon. So remember, they're going to give us a range. And so I'm going to use something in the middle of that range in order to estimate what the cost is going to be to me. So for this very first sling backpack up here, if the range is $6.99 to $8.99, that's basically $7 to $9, I could estimate around $8 is the price that this sling backpack is going to be. So if I'm looking for a product like a sling backpack where the average price is $25, then I need to find a supplier who can make it for around 1/3 of that. And 1/3 of 25 is $8.33. And you can see here, if the range is $7 to $9, $8.33 is right in the middle there. And again, here, if I look down at this sling backpack, this is even cheaper, basically $5 to $6, which is even less than the $8.33 that I'm looking for. There's lots and lots of suppliers on here that actually can sell these for a great price that I should be able to make a really good profit margin off of. Now, even though I'm only looking for products that are 1/3 of what we're selling them, I know that I'll be able to negotiate later on with these suppliers as I order more and more and get even better pricing from them, therefore increasing my profit margins. Now, what you want to do is look for about 3 to 5 different products that look like they're the type of products that you want to sell. And then you want to contact each one of the suppliers and ask them how much the product's going to cost and what their minimum order quantities are. Now, if you're worried about what to ask them, we've made it easy for you. Here's a supplier contact template that we're going to give you if you go to amazing.com/supplier. You'll get a copy of this and you can use this when reaching out to suppliers. You'll see that basically you want to tell them your name and the type of business you are looking to build, then ask them this basic list of questions. Can they provide custom packaging? What are the color and logo options that they offer? Because you want to put your own brand on these products. How long will it take to make each order? And then what is their pricing per unit at the different MOQs or minimum order quantities? So if you order 100 to 500 pieces, what are they going to charge you? If you increase your order eventually to 500 to 1,000, then what's the lower price you'll get? And then so forth. Now, don't worry, we're not actually going to be ordering over 1,000 pieces on your first order. You just want to make sure that you see what the pricing is from the suppliers so you can get an idea of how much more of a profit you'll make later on when you get better pricing. And you also want the supplier to know that you're thinking big. Even though you may be starting off with a smaller order right now, let's say 300 to 500 units, you want them to know that you plan on growing your business so that you'll be ordering 1,000, 5,000, or even more later on and turning into a great client for them. So using this supplier contact template, you can go back to Alibaba.com. You can look for 3 to 5 of these sling backpacks that look to be a type of product you want to sell. The pricing is right for you as well. And then you can contact each one of these suppliers and ask them the questions that we gave you in the template. You will have to create a free Alibaba account in order to do that. But again, it's fast and easy to do. And then once you do that, you should hear back from the suppliers, usually within 24 to 48 hours. Now, if you want to look for products that go in your body or on your body, like we mentioned before, Alibaba's probably not the place to do that. Instead, we go to good old Google. And from here, you simply type in the type of product that you're looking for and then the words private label. So for example, let's assume that we wanted to sell some type of vitamin C serum that people put on their face. We would type in vitamin C serum private label. Doing that is going to pull up manufacturers that will private label all these products for you. So hit return. Then you're going to see all types of results. It says over 8.3 million results. Those are not all of the private label suppliers, of course, but you will see dozens, if not hundreds of suppliers for each type of product that you're looking for. Then from here, you can simply click on these. Let's go look at this one, Vox Nutrition, private label vitamin C serum skincare. Here it's a company that will sell this for you. And then we want to make sure that we can private label it. So you want to check on private label up here. So we can click on private label supplements. Let's see, these are probably hair and beauty. And then here's where the different products that they make. Here's the vitamin C serum. And then all you need to do is simply reach out to them. You can do that with their chat button or look for their contact button up here. And then you would use the exact same template that we used in the Alibaba example as well to ask them the same information. It's really no different at all searching for products on Google versus searching on Alibaba, other than you have to do a search and contact them yourself. And that's how easy it is to find suppliers to make practically any product in the world for you to sell under your own brand. Now, at this point, you might be worried about where you're going to store all these products and how you're going to ship them to all your customers. The storing and shipping of products to customers is called product fulfillment. And luckily for you, there are lots of companies out there that take care of this for you. Each of the platforms that we'll be selling on now have their own built-in fulfillment services, and they each work great. For Amazon, they have Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA. Shopify also has their own fulfillment services as well, and Walmart has WFS, or Walmart Fulfillment Services. And if you don't want to use a service tied to one of these marketplaces, you can also use a company called Deliverr, who does a great job fulfilling products for every platform that you could ever want to sell on. And now that you know you don't have to worry about storing and shipping your products, that's the last part of video 1. We've covered a lot in this lesson. Everything from finding a great product, to differentiating that product from the competition, to finding suppliers, and learning how you'll be able to ship your products to your customers easily and affordably. Our next video is going to be released shortly, so your job is to take action so you'll be ready to go as soon as that happens. Here are your next steps to take. Download the Zoof Chrome extension for free. Use Amazon to find 3 to 5 good product opportunities. Come up with at least one way you could differentiate each product, and then find at least one supplier who can make each product for you. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to create a Shopify store to sell your product on, and how to build a high-converting product listing on Amazon for your product, and also how to launch your product for free using the power of social media. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
So once you have the right kind of product to sell, what's the fastest and most efficient way to start producing sales? Well, first off, make sure you've watched video 1 before watching this video, because that video shows you exactly how to find the right kind of product to sell to build an omni-channel e-commerce business. So don't worry, you can pause this, go watch that, then come back here. But assuming you've already watched video number 1, you've got an idea of what kind of product you may want to sell, then how do you start producing sales? Well, the way I like to think about this is, imagine the internet didn't even exist. You've created this product, it's tapping into an existing demand that's already out there. It's a high quality product that you're proud of. You've got your own brand, and it's got some unique differentiation, which literally makes it a compelling product for people to buy. Now, you have that product, and imagine you're sitting face to face with a potential customer. How would you sell this product to them, even if you have no sales experience whatsoever? Well, first you'd probably find out, is this product even a good fit for them? Once you find that out, then you'd probably tell them about all the features and the benefits of the product, maybe even tell them about some other people that have already tried the product before and loved it, gotten good results with it. And lastly, you'd make them a really good offer. Well, when you're selling your product online, you're basically doing all those same steps with a single page called a landing page. Now, this applies to Shopify and to your main page you sell this product with on Amazon. And there's a few key elements you want to use on this page. We followed this same exact process at our e-commerce business that, like I said in the last video, we grew from about $17,000 a month to almost $3 million a month today with one single page for the first year and a half. That one single page got us to over $1 million a month in sales. The way we were able to do that is we covered a few key elements that you have to have on your page that you're going to learn how to put in place in this video so you can quickly launch your product and start producing sales. First, you got to grab people's attention and give them a big benefit. This is done with a really good headline. Second, the most important element of sales copy on your page is social proof. meaning including lots of reviews, testimonials, credibility indicators to show that the person you're trying to get to buy this thing with your landing page is not the first person to give it a try. The more reviews and testimonials you have for your product, the better. And then the third element is a really good offer, so that it's such a no-brainer deal for people to give this a try that even though they've never heard of you before, they pull out their credit card and buy from you. If you get these three elements right, you can scale your business massively. You know, a lot of people out there kind of think, oh, if I just had more traffic, I'd be able to produce more sales. I can guarantee you traffic is not the problem. In the next video, the third one, we're going to show you how you can turn on instant traffic sources that are almost unlimited. There's over 1 billion people on Facebook, over 1 billion people on Instagram, over 1 billion people on TikTok, YouTube, and Google. Traffic is not the problem. It's being able to cost effectively convert that traffic into sales. And that's exactly what Mike is about to show you right now with creating the perfect landing page.
Thanks, Matt. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to create a high converting sales page on both Shopify and Amazon for your new product. Then, once those are created, I'm also going to show you how to launch that product for free using the incredible power that we now have available through social media. The first step is to get your Shopify store created. Fortunately, it's practically free to start your own store through a special trial that we have available for you. Just go to amazing.com/Shopify and you'll get 3 months for just $1. Now, once you've created your account, we have 2 things to do. First, we need to get the basics of your store set up. And then second, we need to create a high converting landing page to sell your product on. Let's go do that right now. So here's that link in the page where you can sign up and get a trial of Shopify for 3 months for $1 a month. However, if you don't have a product yet, there's no point in setting it up. Just feel free to hold off until you have your product and then take advantage of 3 months of Shopify. But once you do, then you'll be able to set up your store using their platform. And don't worry, they make it dead simple to set up your own website. You'll have a setup guide that they'll walk you through right when you go in. As you can see, they walk you through the tasks that are necessary, adding your product, customizing the store, adding a custom domain, which will be your website address, configuring where you're going to sell, primarily on your own website. And then if you need to collect sales tax, and also you can create a password for testing your store when you're just starting out. Again, they make it super simple to get this all set up. Now, one of the things that does catch people up is the theme that they choose for their Shopify store. One of the beauties of using Shopify is that you don't have to do any programming at all. They make it super simple to have a fast and beautiful website. And they do that by allowing you to select a theme that gives your website a specific look and feel. Now, you could spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a theme if you wanted to, but Shopify makes available to you several free themes. There's 5 available right here. You can see there's actually more if you go visit their store, but these are all great, simple themes. I like the Dawn theme. I've used it several times. It's perfect because it's clean, it's professional, and it's really great if you only have one product like what we have in the sample store here. And as you can see, that's the theme that we're currently using right now. So once you have your store set up and you've selected your theme, you will have to get your homepage set up. As you can see here, I have a very, very basic homepage that Shopify walked me through. Other than the menu at the top, I only have a very simple picture at the top as well because it's a outdoor gear store. And so I actually used one of Shopify's own free images they make available just to show an outdoor camping scene, just to give my homepage a little bit of color to it. And then the only other thing on there is the product that we're selling, this one camping chair. We don't actually sell this right now, but this is an example product that you could potentially sell. Now, the reason I say don't focus on what your homepage looks like is because most people will never go to your homepage. When you're launching a product that you sell on your own website, you're going to send them straight to the actual product landing page for that specific product. We don't want to send people to your homepage where they have to navigate around and find the product that you want them to purchase. We want to send them straight to your product landing page. And this is the page you want to focus on and send people to and make sure that it's as optimized as possible using what I'm going to tell you right now. So when you create the perfect product page on Shopify, there's a few things you want to get right. The first is going to be your images. You want to make sure that the pictures of your product look as clear and sharp as possible, and ideally, they also show people using your product. Those are called lifestyle photos, and it can be as simple as you and a few friends actually using whatever product that you sell. Now, don't worry if you don't know how to actually get professional product photos taken. There's lots of options you can use right now. Now, one option is to simply use your own smartphone to take your first photos. Today's phones have incredible cameras in them. They're not like the old phones we used to use. These can do all types of optimization, recoloring, enhancements of your products to make them look fantastic. So if you're on a budget and you want to get your first set of photos done affordably, feel free to try them out using your own phone. Now, in addition to using your phone, you could also use an app that will help create some better images using the pictures you take. One that we use is called Do My Shoot. That's an app you can download for either Apple or Android, and it allows you to take pictures of your products. And then their team, actually the physical team, will go in the background, and within 24 hours, they will edit and optimize that photo to make it look as good as it possibly can. And you can add in all other types of templates in the background as well to create great infographics. And again, that's very affordable if you want to use a service like that. And if you want to hire a studio to do a professional photo shoot, you can also do that as well. There's lots of great ones out there. We have one, a sister company of ours called Listening Studios that does an amazing job of taking your product and lifestyle photos for you. However, there's lots of options, so don't feel like you have to spend thousands of dollars getting your product photos taken for your first product. Now, in addition to having great product photos, you also want to have a great product description that focuses on the benefits of the product. You don't want to focus just on all the features of it, such as the size, the weight, the material. You want to focus on how it's going to make the life better of your potential customers. So if you check out my product description over here, you'll see that I immediately start talking about their pain points. Are they tired of lugging around heavy, bulky chairs that take up valuable space in your backpack? Then I talk about how it has a portable design. That's one of the main features of this. I talk about how they can control getting overheated because of the mesh construction of this chair there. I also talk about how it has a water bottle holder to make sure they stay hydrated and don't get dehydrated. So I'm hitting on all the benefits of this product, all the pain points that it's going to be solving for them, instead of just talking about all of the features. Now, I have to admit something. I didn't actually write all this. What I did is I went back to ChatGPT and asked it to write this for me. I said here, I'm selling an ultra-wide portable camping chair, and then here are its features. I told it that it's 3 pounds, can fold and fit into a storage bag, has an attached water bottle holder, it's made of mesh so it's breathable to keep you cool, it's very sturdy and comfortable, and has a 1-year warranty. And then here's what I asked it to do. Write me an awesome product description that focuses on the benefits and the problems that it will solve, and I want it to be exciting and persuasive. You can use this exact same prompt, just put in what your product and its features are, and then it'll give you output just like this. Now, you can also use ChatGPT to do something else. So after I saw how good it did giving me the product description, I asked it to give me 5 different suggestions on the types of product photos that I should include. So it told me that I should have an adventurous outdoor setting, and it gave the exact details how to do it. Capture the essence of exploration and freedom by showcasing your camping chair in a picturesque outdoor setting. Picture it set up by a tranquil lake, on a majestic mountaintop, or amidst a lush forest. This type of photo will evoke a sense of wanderlust and demonstrate the chair's versatility in various terrains. And then it went around talking about how to show pictures that highlight all of the other benefits of it. Here's one that shows how to show that it's so compact and portable. Here's another one showing how it is going to provide comfort and relaxation, and so forth. It's amazing what you can do when you use the power of AI. And so what you would be able to do is, let's say that you hire a product photographer, you could include this in your description to the photographer of how you want them to take pictures, and ChatGPT would pretty much design the entire photo shoot for you. Now, the next thing you want to have on your product landing page is lots of social proof. So you'll see what I've included here. I've included reviews from customers talking about how much they love our chair. And you can't have too much social proof. The number one feature that Matt Clark talks about all the time that helps sell products is your customers who love your product telling your other potential customers how much they're going to love their product. Now, these aren't real reviews. I actually used, again, an AI image generation tool to create some cool looking outdoorsy people for me and wrote these sample reviews. But this is what you would want to have. And if you don't have any reviews or social proof starting off, Feel free to give your product to a few friends or family members, ask them to legitimately use it and tell you what they like about it, and then you can include that on your product page to get going. And then later on, once you get actual customer reviews, you can include as many as you possibly can on your product landing page, because that's going to convince people that they're going to have the same benefits that all your existing customers are having. Now, the last thing that you want to include on your product detail page is a way to increase what's called the average order value. So sometimes if you're selling a product for pretty affordable pricing, such as this camping chair, I believe we're selling this for $39.99. Another way to increase the average order value is to bundle your product. And don't worry about whether you have more than just one product. You can actually bundle your product with itself. So you'll see on the product detail landing page, I've included the same pricing option we have here, where they can get the one chair for $39.99, but then I'm going to give them even bigger discounts if they buy more chairs. So if they buy two, it'll be $59.99, and buy four, it'll be $100. Now I know, and you'll need to make sure that with the pricing that we would have on this, that those would still be profitable for me. And while my profit margin percentage may go down, I'm getting more cash for every single sale and more profit in dollars for every single sale, which maximizes the value of every single visitor and every single customer that comes to our product detail page. And later on, when I get into the advertising, you'll see why that is so valuable. So to recap, you want to make sure you have great product images. You want to make sure that you talk about the benefits of your product. You want to make sure that you have lots of social proof of happy customers using your product. And then you want to maximize your order value by bundling your product together in order to give your customer a great value, but give you more cash revenue on every single sale that you make. Once your Shopify store and landing page are set up, the next step is to create your Amazon account and product listing. Let's hop in and do that right now. Now, in order to get set up with your own account to sell on Amazon.com, you simply go to sell.amazon.com and it'll walk you through the entire setup process. And we do recommend, no matter where you live, starting off selling on Amazon.com in the US, because it is the biggest marketplace. It's the easiest place to start getting sales, and you can live pretty much anywhere you want and still sell in the US on Amazon.com. Now, once you have your seller account set up and your products ready for sale, the next step is to create your own product detail page on Amazon. And this will be similar to what we just did, setting it up on Shopify. However, there's a few slightly different things you'll want to focus on. And these all come from one of our very own students who now sells over $75 million a year between Amazon and Shopify. And he does that primarily by focusing on these three things. The first is going to be great product images. Just like we talked about with your Shopify site, you'll want to have great product images because that's one of the very first things that potential customers will see. I like using this camping chair. This is a camping chair by a company called Click because they do so many things right. They have a great quality product. It's differentiated because it's so portable and collapsible and small compared to the other ones. And they get really good product or pricing margins as well because they don't sell as cheaply as everyone else. But starting off with the product images, you'll see that they have a really nice initial product image. Then they have another image that talks about one of the main benefits, that this chair is super easy to set up. Then they also talk about how you can take it anywhere because it's so portable. Then they have another image highlighting the quality of it, the quality of the nylon, the high quality and strong aluminum legs, a couple of other features as well. Then they give you an image that talks just all about the dimensions so that people really know what is the size of the chair and what is the size that it folds down to, and why when they say is it the size of a water bottle, it pretty much really is. Then they have a video where you can show off how the product is used, and you get access to these as well when you sell on Amazon. And then they have what's called the 360-degree image as well, where you can actually have customers move the picture, the product around and see exactly what it looks like. But this company does a great job of having high quality images, which is one of the key things that you'll want to have as well for your product detail page on Amazon. Now, the next thing you'll want to have is a great product title that talks about the benefits, again, of the product, and also has certain keywords in it that you would imagine customers are looking for. So for this product here, you can see that the brand name is Click, but they have portable camping chair in the title. They have portable chair first, then they have camping chairs as well, because some people may search for that. They have small collapsible portable chair. They have compact folding chair. They also have they talk about how it sets up in 5 seconds, where now they're talking about some of the benefits. It's super fast, and that it supports 300 pounds. So it's also incredibly powerful. They do a lot of really good things in this title. Again, they're talking about the benefits of it, not just the features, and they're hitting certain keywords. Imagine if you were looking for a chair like this, how might you look? I'd imagine I might look for portable chair. I might look for camping chairs. I might look for small collapsible portable chair. I might look for compact folding chair. All the things that are in their title are different ways that people might search for the product. And because they've been selling so successfully and so long, they know all those things and they've included them in their title, which is what you should do as well. Make sure you have a great product title that talks about the benefits and also includes search terms that customers would use when looking for your product. Now, the next thing you want to have is a great offer for every customer who comes to your product detail page. It doesn't mean you have to have the cheapest price out there, but it has to look like a great value. And one of the, I wouldn't call it a trick, but one of the strategies is having what always is called a strike-through price that shows your customers getting a discount. So as you can see here, the list price on the camping chair is $129, but right now the product is $109, meaning they're getting a 15% discount. This is called strike-through pricing on Amazon, and the way to get it is to make some sales at the higher price, and you can actually include coupons in this. Those don't count towards this, but you can sell it at $129. You can give customers a $20, $30 coupon for that, and once you get sales at that higher price, as soon as you lower your price, your actual sales price, to something at least 5% or more lower than what the regular price is, you'll get this strike-through pricing that is really appealing to anyone looking for camping chairs or any of the products on Amazon. It's not so much that your price has to be as cheap or cheaper than your competition. It has to be a great value for anyone coming to your product page. So this product looks like a really high quality product that normally sells for $129, but they can save 15% right now by buying it during this sale period. So to recap, you want to have great product images, a compelling product title that talks about the benefits and includes common search terms, and a great offer to show your potential customers they're getting a great deal. The next step in today's training is to launch your product for sale. And today, we can do that easier than ever before because of the incredible power of social media. The most popular platform right now is TikTok. Last year, TikTok had 1.4 billion active users, and this year, that's expected to grow to 1.8 billion. But what's even more important is how people are now using it. Over half of the users of TikTok say that they actually search for products and do shopping on TikTok. This year, we had representatives from TikTok come to one of our events, and they shared with us their plans for continually increasing the tools that they make available for sellers like us. To get started though, it's as easy as simply sharing your product using your phone. Let me show you exactly how to do that. Now, if you're nervous about not knowing how to make a video that's going to help sell your product on TikTok, don't be. It's dead simple, and the easiest way to find out exactly what to do is to simply go to TikTok and then do a search for whatever your product is. When you do that, by default, TikTok is going to show you all of the most popular videos for that type of product. So as you can see here, this first video has over 1.4 million viewers. This is exactly what we want. And what you'll want to do is simply replicate what they've already done. You don't want to take this video and copy it, but you want to replicate what they're doing. Make sure that you are doing whatever they're doing. In this image, you can see this person is simply setting up a camping chair. You want to have a similar angle. It looks like he just has his phone set up in front of him, recording what he's doing. And then you want to make sure you also have the same type of music. I know it may sound odd, but if they're playing some kind of rock music, play rock music on theirs. Let's quickly watch this video. That's it. That was a 29-second video that has 1.4 million views And the only thing this person did is set up his camping chair and play some AC/DC in the background. This is exactly what you'll want to do. Do a search for your type of product, check out the top performing videos, and simply replicate what they've already done. Now, once you've created your first video, then you can take advantage of even more free traffic by sharing that same video onto other platforms. Simply upload that video to Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. They're all free and use the exact same format as TikTok, which means you can multiply your traffic with practically no extra work. When you've done that, you've then launched your product. In this video, we learned how to set up your Shopify store and focused almost entirely on one single landing page that'll get you the best results. We also learned how to create the perfect product listing on Amazon using the same strategies we use as well as those who sell tens of millions of dollars a year. And finally, we learned how you can launch your product for free by creating simple videos on TikTok and then uploading those videos to other platforms as well. In the next video, we're going to share with you our own blueprint for scaling your business by using the most popular advertising platforms in the world. So be sure to show up as soon as that video is released. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
Imagine you're in a new country and you want to get from one city to another and you're driving. What would be the fastest way to get there? Would you just kind of wing it and start driving, maybe ask a few people along the way, see if you're kind of heading in the right direction? Or would it be easier just to follow a map that somebody had already laid out that said, hey, follow this exact same path. This is the quickest, easiest way to get there. I don't know about you, but I would choose the second option. It's going to be a lot quicker and a lot less stressful. The same thing applies to building a business. You could go out there and try to piece together information from YouTube videos, from 30-second TikTok videos, from blog posts, and other sources, and maybe it'll take you a few years to kind of put everything you need together to build your own e-commerce business. Or you can just follow an entire blueprint that we've already laid out because we've been teaching people this stuff since 2012. And we've been doing it ourselves, following this new omni-channel model for many years now. Well, that's what we're going to show you how to do in this video. Because there's been many people we've seen that have achieved incredible results with the same exact approach. For example, May, she had an e-commerce business that was using influencers and a few other traffic sources, but wasn't really scaling yet. Then she was able to get to up to $4,000 a day in sales because she followed a blueprint we laid out. Then there's another member of ours who sells pet toys, and he had only sold on Amazon before, but was able to, within weeks, get to $500 a day in sales on Shopify because he literally just copied the same blueprint that I was using in my own e-commerce business. And we've got many other people that have achieved similar results following a blueprint to build an e-commerce business that we laid out. So I hope that's the path that you take, and we're going to show you that full blueprint in this video. But first, we have one important additional lesson that builds on the first two videos to teach you. This is how to tap in to the instant, nearly unlimited traffic sources available out there with paid advertising. In this video, we're specifically going to focus on Facebook and Amazon, but the same strategies applies to TikTok, to YouTube, to Google, and other paid advertising sources where you can reach literally 1 billion people in a matter of minutes. But the challenge is those platforms, it's easy to spend money, but what's harder, and what we've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to do, and we think we've developed a good system for doing it, is to spend money efficiently. So when you put money out, you're getting money back in that at least covers the cost of your advertising. So you get sales, customers, and social proof all for free. So now Mike is going to show you exactly how to do that.
Thanks, Matt. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the power of Facebook advertising along with Amazon advertising to jumpstart your product sales. And then we're going to show you the blueprint for creating a life-changing business. Let's get right into it. With over 1.7 billion active users every single day, Facebook is an advertising powerhouse. Let me show you how to set up your advertising account and create your first Facebook ad. So check out this Facebook ad that I just created for our camping chairs that took me all of 10 minutes to create. And that includes even these eye-catching graphics that I was able to create using another AI tool that I'll show you as well. This is exactly the type of ad that you'll want to create. But before we can get into that, the one thing you will need is your own Facebook business account. To create one, you simply go to business.facebook.com and they'll walk you through the process. The only requirement is that you do have your normal Facebook account, and then you can go through these steps right here to create your own Facebook business account. Once you do that, then you get access to the ads manager so that you can create ads just like this. Now, before you create your ad, you'll need to think about what needs to go in it, and I'll walk you through that right now. You'll need to come up with a headline for your ad, and this is actually where the headline goes. For some reason, Facebook puts it usually below the images, not sure why, but that's where the headline goes. Then you'll need what's called the primary text of your ad, and this is what most people are going to see and read when they come across your ad. Now, there is another place called the description of your ad where you can put all types of description, like long form text to tell people all about your company and product if you want to, but I don't focus on that because most people never see that. Facebook does not show that almost anywhere on their ad platform because they want to focus on just the images or videos and short titles to catch people's attention. But I'll show you how to create that and where to put it anyway. But the most important thing that a Facebook ad needs is an eye-catching image like this. What you absolutely do not want to include is a picture like this. Even though you may think you have the best product picture of all, they simply don't work very well on Facebook. You need something that's going to catch their attention. And a picture like this will do it much better than just showing a boring picture of a camping chair by itself. So let's first talk about how to come up with the headline, the primary text, and the description of your ad. And to do that, I go back to ChatGPT because it can do this better than almost any copywriter out there. So as you can see here, this is where I was asking it to create the product description that we used for our website. And as I scrolled back down, I simply continued on with the conversation. I then asked it to create a Facebook ad for that camping chair. And I told it that I wanted to show an image of a person sitting in a broken chair looking frustrated and unhappy, and then compare them next to someone sitting in our chair looking really happy. And then I asked it to write the headline, the primary text, and the description that I can use for that ad, so I don't have to do it. And within a few seconds, it came up with a headline saying, "Leave frustration behind, experience camping bliss with our ultra-wide portable chair." It came up with that primary text you saw earlier that says, "Tired of broken chairs ruining your outdoor adventures? Discover the difference." And that truly hits upon that pain point that people might be imagining. And then it came up with this nice long product description, including some emojis as well. I won't go through this because no one is really going to see this on Facebook. But now that I have this, I can go create our ad and put this into it. And let me show you how to do that inside of the Facebook Ads Manager. So once you're inside your newly created Facebook Ads account, you're going to click on Create to create a new ad campaign. The type of campaign we want, or the objective, is sales, because that's what we want to do. We want to make sales. I'm going to click Continue. Then from these two different types it gives you, I'm going to select Manual. You can always test out this shopping campaign. They can work pretty well, but I find that getting started, it's much easier to control how we're creating these ads. So I'm going to click Manual Setup and click Continue. Then from here, Facebook creates their campaigns having two different, groupings below it. One is called an ad set, and think of this as a way to target different types of people. So if you wanted to specifically target maybe campers in one area, you could use one ad set for that. If you wanted to target maybe people who do a lot of RVing, you could create another ad set for that. For now, we're going to use one ad set because we're going to be targeting everyone in the United States. We found that Facebook does a really good job figuring out who wants to purchase your product, and they'll start narrowing it down for you, so you don't really need to narrow down your audience at all. But we do need to give our campaign a name. I'm going to call this the camping chair campaign. And then I'm going to scroll down, see if there's anything else I need to change. We can leave all these by default as is. There's nothing else you need to change. I'm going to click Next. And then this is where we need to give our ad set a name as well. I'm going to just call this the camping chair ad set. Then under conversion, we want it to go to a website. That's what we're doing. We're not sending anyone anywhere else. You can leave all of these options by default. You will need to set up what's called a Facebook pixel. It's not absolutely critical to have right away, but it will help in optimizing your campaigns so that Facebook can see whenever someone makes a purchase on your website. So if you don't have one yet, you can hover over the eye and then click on Add an Account to a Meta Pixel. And then that way it'll walk you through the process of creating a pixel. Don't worry about that if you don't have it right now. You can actually start without it, but it will help you get better results. Now, under the conversion event, you want to select purchase because we want that to be the goal of what Facebook is trying to accomplish and what we're trying to accomplish, actually get purchases. I'll scroll down to see if there's anything else. We do need to give it a budget. I like starting off with somewhere between $10 and $20. And then under the audience, again, we're going to leave the audience wide open. You could narrow it down to campers, RVers, certain states and localities if you wanted to, but we like to leave these wide open and let Facebook decide who to show it to. And then as I go down under placements, I'm going to leave it as what the default is here as well. They call these Advantage Plus placements, meaning that Facebook is going to slightly modify our ads and show them in all different kinds of places all over Facebook. Then from here, we click next and we actually get into finally creating the ad itself. So I'm going to call this the Camping Chair Us versus Them ad. And then you're going to choose the page that you'll be using for this ad. If you have an Instagram account as well set up for your business, you can use that. I'm going to make sure that the format is just a single image or video. And then under the ad creative, this is where you need to add in the headline, the text, and the description, and of course the picture. So I'm going to pause the recording and go grab that text, headline, and description. So I copied in the primary text, the headline, and the description that ChatGPT created for us. And then we need to add in the image. So I'm going to go find the image that I created and add it in here. When it gives you options like this, you can just select all the defaults. That'll be totally fine. They're just suggesting ways to format the image for you so it gets the best results. So I'll select all of those options. And then you'll see that our ad has been created. Now we still need to give it a couple more things, such as where do we want people to go to when they click on our ad? So I'm going to, one, make the button say shop now, because you have lots of options there. So instead of learn more, to be shop now. And then this is important. You don't want to send people just to your homepage on your website. You want to send them straight to the page, the sales landing page for your product. This is the page that has the all the great images, talks about all the pain points and the benefits that it's taking care of here. It has the social proof and the reviews from your customers, and then it also has other options to increase your average order value. This is going to get you the best results, so this is the link that you want to use. So we'll go back over there and we'll put that link in right there. You can leave this blank if you want. It's not important to enter that in. And then everything else can stay as is, and you can hit publish. And once you're done, you will have an ad that looks just like this on Facebook. Now, the one thing I mentioned earlier but haven't shown you quite yet is how I created these images. And I did that on a service called Midjourney. If you go to midjourney.com, you can click on the Get Started button and it'll walk you through creating your own account to create beautiful images just like I did. And if you want to see exactly how I asked the Midjourney tool to create one of these images for me, this is what I typed into it. I told it to create a photograph of a frustrated and angry 30-year-old man sitting on a broken camping chair with a broken chair leg as the chair is falling over and he's starting to fall to the ground. Highlight the anger and disgust on his face. It created that. It actually gave me several images, and that was one that I chose. And then I did exactly the same thing, or kind of the opposite, in creating the other picture for us, which was a photograph of a relaxed, happy, attractive 30-year-old man sitting on a comfortable black collapsible camping chair in immaculate condition. Highlight the joy and serenity in his face by showing him smiling, wearing sunglasses, and holding a cocktail in his hand. And then I simply put those images into one and put the text above that said, this is your chair and this is our chair. That's how easy it is when using AI tools to generate images like this. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you can always just take a picture yourself. You can show a competing product in shambles, have someone sitting on it, and then show someone sitting on your product or whatever your product is using it, showing it how much better their life will be using your high quality product. And it's those types of images that'll get you the absolute best results on Facebook.
Now, in addition to using Facebook to advertise, we're also going to use Amazon, who's also become a powerhouse with their advertising, rivaling Google and Facebook. Let me show you how to set up just a few very simple advertising campaigns.
Now, once we have your Facebook ads campaigns kicked off, the next step is to kick off your Amazon ads as well. So you'll have your Amazon account set up, you'll have your product launched on Amazon, and we're going to start off with a Amazon sponsored product types advertising campaign. If you see other types of campaigns, you could ignore those for now. Those are more advanced and for use later on, but we're going to start with a sponsored products campaign. So I'm going to click on continue. And then from here, we're going to walk through the necessary steps to set up a simple search campaign. So we're going to need to give it an ad group as well, because Amazon's set up very similar to Facebook. If we recall, Facebook has their advertising campaign set up with a campaign at the top level. They have ad sets below that, and then ads below those ad sets. Well, Amazon's very similar. For each campaign, they have ad groups instead of ad sets, and then they have products instead of ads. But the setup is very similar. So we're going to need to set up an ad group name, and you can just use the default name here because we're only going to have one ad group, just like we had one ad set on Facebook. So leave that as default, and then you're going to choose the product you will be advertising. I'm using a groove joint pliers that we have as a test product here to advertise. So when you see your product here, simply click on add in order to tell Amazon which product you're advertising. Then we're going to scroll down. Under targeting, for this ad, we're going to choose manual targeting because we want to choose which search terms our product will show up when people are searching on Amazon. We're going to leave this as keyword targeting. And then under keyword targeting, we're going to choose the exact keywords we're going to be using and having a product show up for. Now, you could look at all the suggested ones down here and see if they are relevant, but I know for our product, these are groove joint pliers. I'm going to enter in groove joint pliers. And I will see some suggestions down here that Amazon's also going to suggest, such as groove joint pliers set. That is relevant because we're selling a set of them. But the other ones are specific sizes. Some are other brands. Those are not relevant. So I will start off with two, groove joint pliers and groove joint pliers set as our search terms. So I'm going to enter in the second one. Now for this campaign, I only want our products to show up when people type in exactly one of these two phrases, groove joint pliers or groove joint pliers set. You can ignore broad and phrase, take those off, and just make sure you only have exact set up, and then click on add keywords. Now for the bid, which means what we're willing to pay every time someone clicks on our ad, you can leave as the default for now, and then scroll down. You can also ignore any type of negative keyword targeting. That's something more advanced. And then leave everything else at its default and give your campaign a name. I'm going to call this the Groove Joint Pliers Manual Campaign. I'm going to leave the end date open because I don't want it to turn off ever. I can always pause it if I want to. And I'm going to start with a daily budget of just $20. Now, you can ignore the suggested daily budget they're giving you there because that's what they want you to spend. I like starting off small. Once we're done, click on Launch Campaign, and you now have an advertising campaign that's going to show your product to all the people that are searching for your type of product on Amazon. Now, once this is done, we need to launch another campaign called an auto campaign. So back from your Create Campaign screen, we're going to click on Sponsored Products Continue. We're going to select the same product. We're going to scroll down. We're going to leave automatic targeting there. We're going to leave the suggested bid there. Then we'll give our campaign a name and set another small budget of $20 a day, and we are done. Now, this auto campaign works differently than the manual campaign we just set up. For the manual campaign we set up, it's going to only show our product for those specific search terms. For this auto campaign, you're going to use the power of Amazon to show your product wherever and whenever they think it's relevant. And over time, it'll get much smarter and get you even more sales. That's how easy it is to set up your first two campaigns on Amazon.
Once you turn on your ads, you should start getting traffic to your product in a matter of hours. And if you've done everything that you've learned in these 3 videos, then you should also start seeing sales come in. Now, a few sales are great, and I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it feels that first time that someone you've never met before saw your ad, saw your product, and decided that it was the product that they were going to buy out of the thousands of products out there. But as nice as it is to see that happen, a few sales aren't going to change your life. What will change your life is building a real e-commerce business. The kind of business that we've been able to create, as well as countless students of ours. Imagine creating a reliable source of income and wealth. Imagine gaining financial security and never having to depend upon a job or anyone else ever again. Imagine building your own business that you're proud of and finally creating the life that you want. All that is possible, but to do it, you're going to need much more than just these 3 videos. Because as much as we've covered in our short time together, what you've seen is only the tip of the iceberg. So right now, you have 2 choices. First, you can take what you've learned in these 3 videos and apply it on your own. You can even check out and try to sort through the thousands of various videos others have posted online. That is an option, but it's a time-consuming and risky one, not knowing who to trust or what information is years old, out of date, or simply wrong. Fortunately, there's a different and much better option, one where you can save yourself months or even years and avoid making costly mistakes by following a proven blueprint. A blueprint trusted by over 35,000 people. And if you like what you've learned here over these past few days, you're going to love what I'm going to share with you next. Introducing the Amazing Selling Machine, the #1 Amazon and e-commerce training program for the past 11 years, and trusted by over 35,000 students. And in this completely all-new version, we're going to take you beyond just selling on Amazon and show you how to build a true omni-channel business that sells on Amazon, your own website, Walmart, and beyond. The Amazing Selling Machine, or ASM as it's come to be known in our industry, is a step-by-step approach to building a true omni-channel e-commerce business faster than you ever thought possible. Even some of our newest members are experiencing life-changing results in as soon as 4 months. Just listen to what Jeremy Swain has to say. I got more done on launching my e-commerce business in 4 months after joining than I did in the previous 12 months trying to piece everything together on my own. Or how about Phil Wright? The first sale came exactly 4 months to the day of starting. And then there's May Rajkovic, who said, within 4 weeks, I'm already driving $4,000 a day in revenue. Now, there are 4 main components to ASM. The first component is the course. You get lifetime access to the all-new ASM program with training on how to build and launch an omnichannel brand on Amazon, Shopify, and Walmart. This includes 12 easy-to-follow training modules created by me, Matt Clark, Devin Dorish, and other industry experts that have collectively generated hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. There are over 100 training lessons that include more than 20 hours of proven content and that you can go through at your own pace no matter what type of schedule that you have. In this video series, we covered a lot, but we only just scratched the surface compared to everything that comes inside of ASM. In the welcome module, we'll set you up for success so you know exactly how this business model works, how to engineer the best possible environment for learning, plus how to access all the resources that come along with ASM, including how to get support whenever you need it. From there, we'll move on to finding the perfect product and building your brand. This includes the different ways to differentiate your product, how to find the best suppliers from all over the world, how to check patents and trademarks, how to get shipping and fulfillment estimates, plus how to build a brand that stands the test of time. Now, once your product has been chosen as being manufactured, we'll move on to preparing for your launch. And in this version of ASM, we're going to show you how to do it in a way that no one else ever has. We call this the omni-channel launch. And in ASM, you'll learn the secrets to launching on multiple platforms at once. This includes creating your Shopify store, building the perfect product page on Amazon, setting up all of your shipping and email automations, and then launching your product using the most powerful advertising platforms available. And once you've launched, ASM doesn't stop there. We'll also walk you through launching your product on other platforms such as Walmart and eBay, the #2 and #3 top marketplaces in the US. All that and more makes up the ASM training program, the first component of ASM. But ASM is so much more than just training, which leads us to our second component, the live coaching calls. With ASM, you get 1 full year of expert-led monthly group coaching calls led by Devin Dorish, our own ASM graduate and Amazing's VP of e-commerce. Devin sold over 8 figures in sales on Amazon, Shopify, and Walmart, and has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America list twice. That means that you can get your questions answered by a true expert who's mentored and coached thousands on how to build their own businesses. And while we host these calls live, so you can interact with us right there on the call, we also record them so you can go back and watch them at any time. Now, because this is a real business that you'll be building, we also want to give you access to everything and everyone that we've come to know and trust when building our own businesses. And we've included them in component #3, our private resource vault. In the resource vault, you'll find over $10,000 in savings on more than 50 different special tools and resources that Matt, Devin, and I have all used to grow our own businesses. Plus, you'll get exclusive deals that we've negotiated for you, such as 60 days free access to Zipify Pages, the best Shopify landing page generator in the business, 60 days free access to One-Click Upsell, a tool that helps increase the value of every order you receive on your website, plus 90 days access to Shopify for just $1. Now, when added together, that's $439 in software subscriptions for practically free. Now, in addition to the training, in addition to the coaching, and in addition to the private resource vault with all the tools that you need,
there's still one more component of ASM that many consider the most valuable of all. And that's component number 4, our private members-only ASM community. Our community is filled with entrepreneurs from all around the world, some of which have already built 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses using the same ASM framework that you have in front of you today. Like Katie Kopstad, who sold over $100,000 in a single month and was named Entrepreneur of the Year in her Florida hometown. And Zara and her husband Imran, who run their business from their apartment in Chicago, sell more than $100,000 a month and absolutely love helping others achieve success. Our online community is the place to go when you need answers, ideas, or just inspiration from those who are on the same journey as you, who have already built their own successful business. If you had everything together, the training, the community, the coaching, and the software that you get inside of ASM, the total value of the program is worth well over $12,000. And while that's still a great value considering everything that you get, we figured that's a high bar of entry for anyone looking to start a business. So we took that price and cut it in half to $6,000. And for years, we sold ASM for that much. But to kick off this brand new version of ASM, we decided that we wanted to reach as many people as possible. And that meant settling on a price so good that it's ridiculous. So today, you can get everything inside of the all-new ASM, the training, the coaching, the software, and the community
for only $199 per month. And we're so confident that you're going to absolutely love everything that comes inside of Amazing Selling Machine that we're also offering our unconditional 14-day money-back guarantee.
This gives you 2 full weeks to jump in, go through the training, join in on the coaching call, ask questions, and get answers in the community, and even try out the tools with zero risk to you. Now, we have, of course, had people take us up on our guarantees. And when that happens, we're happy to oblige, which is why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is practically unheard of in our space, and just one of the things that I'm most proud of for our team here at Amazing. But what I'm even more proud of are the results that our members have been able to achieve. There's Gracie, who joined ASM, built a business doing over $500,000 a year in sales, and then ended up selling her business to fulfill a lifelong dream. There's Leah and David Cups, who came into ASM with zero e-commerce experience, and have now built and sold 3 different brands for millions of dollars. And there's Ann, who built such a successful business using ASM that she's now able to live near the beach in Costa Rica and spend more of her time raising her 2 young children. There's also Jamie, who built a brand of products that sells over $1 million per month. Anna, who sold over $430,000 in a single month and went on to sell her business, plus countless others. These are just some of the success stories that our students have had with ASM, and they all started right where you are today. However, there is one thing they did not have because it didn't even exist when they were members, but you will. Because today, when you join ASM, you'll also get our most comprehensive coaching and support program that we've ever put together. This program is called the Amazing Academy. Inside the Academy, you'll get 3 live group coaching calls every single week, covering every aspect of building your business. This gives you over 12 calls each month above and beyond the monthly call that already comes with ASM. A dedicated client success manager, or CSM as we refer to them, who's there to help guide you throughout your journey and help you get answers anytime that you're stuck. A private Slack channel to get one-on-one support from your CSM. A private Facebook group where we stream the coaching calls and you can interact with other students. Monthly masterclasses where we bring in industry experts to teach the very latest in e-commerce topics. And access to all of our latest training programs here at Amazing, making this a true academy. Now, if you were to pay separately for this type of one-on-one support, coaching, community, and the software, you could easily pay thousands of dollars per month. And when we make this available to our own students at a huge discount, even they still pay $299 a month for a total value of $3,588 per year. This type of one-on-one support is invaluable. Just ask May, one of our students in this program, who said, "My favorite thing about the training is the fact that I have one-on-one support." And Sarah, another member, who said, "I received my 10K badge on day 17 of my launch. Thank you to all the mentors who helped throughout the entire process." So if you're ready to let us help you build your own business and completely change your life, then join the all-new class of Amazing Selling Machine, including the full year of support and bonuses, by clicking the Join Now button on this page. And remember, you're covered by our 14-day money-back guarantee to check out the entire program. That's 2 weeks to go through the videos, join a coaching call, engage in the community, and use all the tools. Now, if you don't join, where do you think you'll be 4 months from now? We all know that old habits die hard. You might make some progress watching these videos while they're still available, or piecing this stuff together on your own over the internet. But in my experience, you get dramatically better results when you have a guide and you're held accountable. So what are you waiting for? Click the Join Now button and let's get started. You'll have the next 14 days to check it out risk-free, take action, and start building the e-commerce business and life that you've always wanted. So join now, and we'll see you on the inside.